Can you discuss at all the president's personal reaction to, as a father, of the special counsel being appointed to continue the Hunter Biden probe?
So let me just first say, and you've heard me say this before, that this case was handled independently by the Justice Department under leadership of a Trump appointed U.S. attorney, as you all know. This is consistent with what the president has been saying for a long while now, going way back to his campaign days, that he would restore the Department of Justice independence from political interference from the White House. And this is want to make sure that we continue that. Since the White House hasn't been involved, just to be clear again, certainly I would refer you to any questions about this specifically to Department of Justice and certainly to Hunter Biden's personal representatives. I will say this, and you've heard this from the president, is that he loves his son and he is proud of him overcoming his addiction and how he's continuing to build his life. But I don't have anything else to add to that. Okay,
Following up on the special counsel, you've said the president wasn't in business with his son, but now that this investigation is in the hands of a special counsel, which does have some more sweeping authority, just to be clear, can you say with certainty that David Weiss isn't going to unearth any connections between the president and his son's business dealings?
I'm going to continue saying what I have said before. The president was not in business with his son. That still stands. And just don't have anything else to add. I've been very clear about that. The president's been very clear about that. Anything else specific to this case, I would have to refer you to the Department of Justice.
Can you say it all? It certainly seems that you all thought this was behind you a couple weeks ago. Now the president's son is facing a possible criminal indictment right in the middle of an election. Is the president frustrated that this plea deal is falling apart?
So here's what I can say about all the both questions that you just asked me. Look, so if you think about what Republicans in Congress have tried to do for years, right? They have been making claims and allegations, right, about president on this front over and over again, and month after month, year after year, they have been investigating every single angle of this and looking at for any evidence to back their allegations. That's what they've been done for years, for months, and we've seen it over the past several weeks. And what's been the result of that? If you ask yourself what we have seen from that, they keep turning up documents and witnesses showing that the president wasn't involved, never discussed these business dealings, and did nothing wrong. There's been zero evidence showing otherwise. And so that's what we have seen over the past several months. That's what we have seen over the past several years. So I'll leave it at that.
Great. There's been plenty of criticism over Weiss's appointment as special counsel from the folks who criticized the plea deal he pushed through that was later rejected. But now the attorney for Hunter Biden also suggested that if special counsel Weiss brings any more charges than have already been brought, it would be because something other than the facts and the law have come into play, suggesting that he could potentially buckle to political pressure. So you've had criticism coming from a lot of different areas over Weiss. How can the White House assure people that the case involving the president's son is being handled fairly?
Anything that has been stated or said by Hunter's representative, I would have to refer you to his representatives. That is not something that I will respond to. What I can say, and I've said it at the top when I was first asked this question, is that the Department of Justice is independent. That is what the president believes. He believes that this White House will not politicize the Department of Justice. This was done under the leadership of a Trump-appointed U.S. attorney, as you all know. And so I'm not going to add anything else to that.
White House support Weiss going before Congress to answer questions for the sake of transparency?
That is up to the Department of Justice.